Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my absolute favorite places to shop for the feminine style. That way you can continue building that romantic, dreamy wardrobe this year. So for this video, I am only going to be sharing brands that I have personally shopped at and have examples for you in this video. I didn't want to just throw a list out. I really wanted to give you a really good foundation if you are looking to build a feminine and more like romantic aesthetic style of wardrobe. These brands are going to be a great place to start. I'll be starting with more affordable foundations for your wardrobe, and then I'll move into more like dreamy aesthetics, like places that you can look for a certain aesthetic if you like maybe cottage core, or there's so many aesthetics out there, it's crazy, but more of those like feminine aesthetics. And then also I want to get a little bit into how you can look for designer brands on a budget as well, because I do a lot of secondhand shopping for my wardrobe. I love building a wardrobe where it's just each piece has its own story. It's unique to my style, and it's just so much fun to take your time building your wardrobe. So this is something that I have been really excited to do this year. I feel like it was just a really great time of year to put out a video like this, just to inspire, maybe give you some ideas on where to look for the feminine romantic style. So the first section that we're going to talk about is going to be the more affordable, everyday foundations, that like everyday romance style that you can add to your wardrobe. So for the more accessible, everyday women's wear, feminine style, the first brand that comes to mind that I absolutely love and have been purchasing from for years, that is very affordable and accessible, it has a great size range, is Lauren Conrad at Kohl's. I really declutter and clean up my wardrobe seasonally, and most of the pieces that I have purchased from Lauren Conrad at Kohl's, but also like purchased secondhand from thrift stores like ThredUp and Poshmark, have stayed in my wardrobe. They just are timeless pieces. They're great for the feminine style. One piece that has really stuck around in my wardrobe from Lauren Conrad has been this really beautiful sheer pleated skirt. It's just like such a beautiful piece. I love it right now just because the style's great with the pregnancy and where I'm at with it right now. I've also thrifted a couple pairs of pants and jeans from Lauren Conrad off of ThredUp that I really love in my wardrobe, and that has really helped me just build up my denim collection a little bit. Recently, I have been falling back in love with the Lauren Conrad runway collection. I actually used one of her dresses for my engagement pictures years ago. It was like a really pretty pink dress with these embroidered flowers on the bottom of the dress. That collection has always had a special place in my heart. Like, I just loved that runway collection. So I do tend to thrift that collection specifically because you can still find those pieces all over the place. I recently found this dress from that collection. It's just so whimsical and fairy-like, perfect for like a spring date night. I'm so excited to wear this after the pregnancy. It's just something to look forward to, and it was such an affordable thing to thrift, and I think it's just so iconic. It is such a beautiful example of how you can wear the feminine romantic style on a budget. I will never get over that collection, specifically that runway collection. And also she did a Disney collection that was really cute. Her past collections have been so beautiful. Her recent collections are beautiful. Like, you just cannot go wrong with Lauren Conrad at Kohl's. I consistently love her style. I also thrifted this faux fur vest that I saw in the Lauren Conrad runway collection years ago that I thought was such a pretty, versatile piece to style as we transition into spring. I definitely am seeing these vests coming back, so it's kind of funny how things just always come back. I also love going to Kohl's and looking at the jewelry from Lauren Conrad because it is so beautiful and feminine. It will instantly grab your attention if you do love the romantic style, because it's always like soft pink with gold tones, vintage inspired, really cute like feminine details in the jewelry, and it's very affordable. So I really love Lauren Conrad jewelry. I have quite a little collection of her pieces. It's also what I wore for my wedding as well. So I definitely have a place in my heart for Lauren Conrad at Kohl's. It's just always been a brand that I have loved. I've always been inspired by her books, especially if you're looking for more affordable everyday basics. It's such a great place to start. And it's where I started with my wardrobe. That's how I started building my dream feminine wardrobe, and that I'm continuing to build. It's always going back to Lauren Conrad. So next up, I want to recommend a brand that I have purchased from a lot lately. because the quality is so good. I love the luxurious look of the brand as well. I have also worked with them on this channel before, but I am not working with them on this video. The brand is Quince, and I feel like Quince is just really big right now because they are so affordable, and you can find really great basics from them at such a fair price point. This past year and last year specifically, found so many great feminine basics from Quince. And two of my favorite that I have to say, and I feel like I've been getting a lot of wear from, would have to be this silk slip dress. These can get so expensive. It reminds me of Reformation, honestly. And if you were to get this dress at Reformation, it would be so expensive. But this is such good quality. How it falls on my body shape too is so flattering. I just feel so lovely in this piece. It's a really pretty soft pink silk slip dress from Quince, and it has like this really beautiful floral pattern on it. So this is one piece that I really love, but also I love their Mongolian cashmere. I've mentioned the cashmere sweater dress that I wear nonstop from them. It has literally saved me this pregnancy. It has been such a great piece for my wardrobe, and I definitely want to recommend that one as well. But just their Mongolian cashmere in general, I really, really love. It keeps me so warm in the winter, and we are having a cold winter this year. So it's been so nice to have this fabric in my wardrobe. Having those really good quality basics in your wardrobe is such a just great starting point for the feminine style. I'm looking for those like softer colors as well, but colors that match your style, you know? But I love this cream cardigan from them. She's very basic, but it works really well with anything in my wardrobe. Like this looks really pretty just styled on top of jeans with like a ruffled collar, just kind of peeking over the cashmere sweater. Like it's just such a simple basic piece, but it is such a great feminine basic. I definitely had to recommend these two pieces and also that cashmere dress. The cashmere sweater dress that I wear nonstop. That is such a great piece as well. I purchased my favorite feminine staple from them, and it's that scarf cape coat that I consistently recommend this time of year. It is just so good. But then also they have like really great accessories. Like I like their shoes. I've actually been very impressed with their handbags so far. I just have one from them. It's this suede leather hobo bag. Is just very slouchy and cozy, but it fits really well into my fall winter style because it's so easygoing and it's really easy to throw stuff in there when I'm headed out the door. Just works great for my lifestyle, and I definitely romanticize it a little bit more by adding like flowers and ribbons to it sometimes. The romantic style is definitely all about mixing texture, so I love that you can get cashmere, silk, cable knit, just plain feminine cotton blouses from Quince at a really good price point. It's just been my favorite way to build up my basics at an affordable price point. So if you're looking for more feminine workwear or just like that polished everyday wear, I would highly recommend the feminine workwear trio, which would be Loft, J. Crew, and Ann Taylor. Now, I used to think that these were a little bit more dated stores, but actually these are really, really beautiful stores. Like they have great basics, and I have found so many beautiful pieces from these brands. So a recent find from Loft that I am absolutely loving right now and so excited about is this lace satin cami, and this is really great for layering. Like I love wearing this with my Mongolian cashmere Quince cardigan. It just looks so pretty layered with this, beautiful, and so giving like Ralph Lauren on a budget. This is just such a great feminine basic. I love the detail, and I have to say with a lot of Loft pieces, I have been seeing so many lace trim pieces, like beautiful lace trim skirts, just so romantic and perfect for the feminine romantic style. So from Ann Taylor, I found these last year. These are the prettiest shade of pink wide leg trousers. They're like the denim. They're super soft. They washed really, really well. I stuck to my regular size in them, and they are such a beautiful pair of trousers. I'll try and include a video of me wearing them. I cannot fit in them right now with where I'm at in the pregnancy, so I'm really excited to be able to wear these again, possibly in the springtime or maybe into the summer a little bit. Now, J. Crew is actually a great brand to thrift, but I do have like some great basics from J. Crew. These are like a pair of little shorts and such a great feminine basic. Great for a little beach town. These ones come with like a really nice lining on the inside. They're just really great quality. I've gravitated more towards J. Crew for building up my like classic shorts and feminine denim and all of that in my wardrobe. So these are a pair of wide leg cropped jeans. I love that they offer tall because it helps me out so much. I am on the taller side, so finding those jeans that work well with my height is so nice. Love J. Crew. I always am going to their tall section, and I just feel like all their stuff is so wearable. So those three stores I think are a great place to find your feminine basics for more of like workwear and even more just everyday. Loft and Taylor, J. Crew, such classics, but classics for a reason, and I feel like sometimes they get overlooked just because they've been around for so long, but I have recently been so inspired with what they've come out with recently and also have found some great pieces from them. And finally, for this section, I wanted to recommend the brand Dish. Dish is an Australian fashion brand. The quality is incredible. I have so many pieces from Dish in my wardrobe. This brand is great if you prefer a more modern feminine look, but still has a feminine twist to it, you know? Their linen pieces are just incredible. If you're trying to get ahead of the game for spring and summer, this is a great place to look for like feminine linen basics, cotton basics. I've had this dress in my wardrobe for years, and you've definitely seen it on my channel if you've been here, but it's this bow strapped linen dress. I love wearing this for date nights in the spring and summer. It is such a beautiful piece. You can see you get these really beautiful oversized dramatic bows on the shoulders. Like, they come out with pieces like this every so often that are very feminine. It's less frilly and more structural, but it's still very modern, romantic, feminine style. I can't currently wear this with the pregnancy right now, but I just wanted to show you one piece that I truly love from this brand that has stayed in my wardrobe. I also have a really cute mini white linen one that was a part of their wedding edit that they did for the springtime years ago. Still love them and wear that one. You could style their oversized blazers with a super whimsical skirt, and you get just such a beautiful basic look from their pieces, and their quality lasts. It's going to be in your wardrobe forever. I also have this beautiful tiered linen skirt from Dish. This I wear as like a beach cover up whenever I go down to the beach. I don't know why this turned into my beach cover up piece, but it has. In Dish, I stick to my regular US size 8, and I'm always happy with the fit. Sometimes I feel like they even run slightly large. I do have to say I have been tempted with some of their sweaters recently. I feel like they just have such a beautiful cable knit look to them, but I just love the quality and especially the linen pieces for feminine, like spring summer staples. It's a great place to get those pieces from. So now let's move into those Dreamy boutiques. These are going to be the brands that offer specific aesthetics for the feminine style. So first up, for those of us who love that preppy but still classic feminine look, I have to recommend Flossie by Freddie. This is one of my favorite pieces from this brand. This brand is founded by another feminine content creator here on YouTube, and I love her content. She has beautiful outfit inspiration as well, but I just love her pieces. Her quality is amazing, and you can tell she really pours her heart out into her pieces and wants them to be perfect for her customers. And I just could not rave about the pieces that I have from Flossie. I've never been disappointed, and I have added some beautiful pieces from Flossie to my wardrobe. Last year, she launched this beautiful circle skirt, which circle skirts are kind of hard to come by, that are actually in a great structure and that work for my body shape as well, that are at the perfect length for me as well. So like, this was such a great hit for me. It also comes with shorts underneath it, so everything was thought of with this skirt. I love a skirt. So this is one piece that's like very classic and feminine, but still romantic. I love how whimsical this skirt can be styled. I really love her skirt pieces. The skirts that come with little shorts underneath them, they're just so great for me. Since I'm taller, I love finding pieces like this, and hers just fit me so well, and they definitely have that classic feminine look to them. Just so beautiful. This is a great piece for the fall and winter. Flossie also recently released a beautiful nightgown collection and like night robe for the holidays. It's in the softest pale pink color. It has lace trim on it, and oh my goodness, the detail on this, the little bow on the cuff, it is just stunning. It is the most beautiful robe. I ended up paying just with like shipping to the US and everything, it ended up being like the cost of what a Love Shack Fancy robe would be. I've seen the robes in store and stuff from Love Shack Fancy, and I honestly just have to say that I think that this one's better. It's different. It's so romantic and girly. You cannot beat this. This is so beautiful, and I'm so glad that I ended up going for this one over a Love Shack Fancy one, even though I can't believe I'm saying that. I love Love Shack Fancy, but this one is just a little bit more unique. I feel like it's a little bit more special. Just all the design details with those girly touches on the robe. It's giving shabby chic vibes, but minimal. So I just always get excited what she's going to come out with. The quality is also just incredible, and everything that I've gotten from Flossie just comes so lovingly packaged, just so lovely, and I have never had a bad experience with Flossie. Next up, if your heart belongs in the countryside and you love that cottage core, very simplistic, slow fashion, high quality, that type of vibe, you are going to love Sonda Flor. I came across Sonda Flor a couple years back, and I have this dress from them that has been in my wardrobe for a few years now. This is a beautiful linen dress. With Sonda Flor, you get these twirl worthy dresses and skirts. Like, they are just so whimsical, but they're very simple and practical. Like, you can wear these every day. I love wearing these to farmer markets in the spring and summer. I cannot wait to wear this dress again. It's also cut in a way that is so flattering. It just really enhances the feminine silhouette. It is so thoughtfully made. Sonda Flor, in my opinion, is the gold standard for cottagecore. It is whimsical but practical, very easy to wear in everyday life. The quality is incredible. You can get so many fun colors that are very muted but still rich and beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to explain. There's just so many thoughtful details. Like, the dress has pockets. I love the oversized sleeve, great for summer. The material is breathable. One of my favorite things about Sonda Flor pieces is the movement that you get from their dresses. Like, they are just so beautiful when you walk. They make you look so graceful. They really bring out beautiful silhouettes and movement in their pieces, which I think really adds to the romance of them. But if you do love more simple cottagecore, French country, that type of look, which I love, you will love Sonda Flor pieces. And they are more investment pieces. But if you like that aesthetic, if you're looking to add a really good quality piece to your wardrobe, I could not recommend them enough. They are so worth it. So my typical size is usually size medium, large in dresses. This dress I have in a size small. So that kind of gives you a little idea with their sizing. They have a lot of comfort aspects to them as well. So like, they have this smocked panel in the back just to make the dress more breathable, easy, perfect for movement, everyday types of things. This dress is stunning. I have to recommend Sonda Flor. They have such a fun cottagecore aesthetic. If you love that look in your wardrobe and are looking for that this year, this is a great place to look. If you really love the bohemian romantic, very boho and whimsical and very loose and flowy, I would actually recommend Free People. I have found some amazing pieces from Free People, and actually most of them have been secondhand or through a rental service called Newly. So you do have to kind of really look through their pieces, because sometimes their pieces are just kind of very out there, but they do have a fun vibe to them. Actually, the top I'm wearing right now is from Free People, and it's in the prettiest shade of pink purple. Oh my goodness, it has like purple trim on it, the ruffles. This is very romantic in my opinion. The perfect shade of pink, I think. A really great example of a recent piece that I discovered is this pink paisley print faux fur trim coat. I discovered this off of Newly, actually, which is a clothing rental service that I'll get into later in the video, but the brand is Free People. This is in a size medium. I love how I feel in this coat, but I do love a statement piece, and I love statement outerwear. But I thought it was such a good example of like such a fun boho statement coat to wear during the colder seasons. Free People is the master of texture. They do such a great job with just very textured outfits. The lace, the chiffon, very flowy pieces. I feel like you just can find some really fun, unique pieces there for the feminine style. My favorite pieces to look out for from Free People are definitely their sweaters. You can get the coziest oversized sweaters from them, and you can get them in really fun styles. This is one that I recently purchased from the Nordstrom anniversary sale. They had this cardigan on sale, and I've had my eye on it for a while, so I was so happy to see that it was very heavily discounted. Perfect for cozying up in the winter. I love this cardigan. I actually probably could have gone for a size small in this, even pregnant. I have the size medium just because I do love that oversized look sometimes with my outfits. I love Free People for their sweaters and cardigans. I just feel like you can't go wrong with them. Make sure you get the sizing right because they do tend to get very oversized. But you can really play around with layering techniques with Free People cardigans and really get that cozy, feminine, layered look. I definitely have curated a little collection from Free People over the years, and it includes lace, lightweight blouses, very similar to this one that I'm wearing right now. And they've all been in my go-to everyday types of outfits. So I definitely feel like Free People has some great, very romantic, boho-inspired pieces to offer. We cannot forget to talk about Amy Jane London. This is a brand that I discovered a couple years ago, and I've definitely showcased my favorite pink ruffled dress from them before that has been in my wardrobe for years now. And I feel like their time really shines when the spring comes around. So this is a brand that I would keep an eye out come springtime and summer because their collections are just stunning. Very shabby chic inspired, giving Love Shack fancy, but in my opinion, sometimes I feel like the quality is better. The cotton is just more durable, and the cut and shape of the dresses are so flattering. I personally have shared this really pretty pink ruffled dress from Amy Jane London several times. This has become a classic in my wardrobe. It just sums up my style so well. It's very princess-like, shabby chic, but still toned down and wearable. A dress that came out last spring from Amy Jane London that's a very similar vibe, and I ended up picking up this dress as well, but just because I knew I'd get the wear from it, and I knew it would work really well for the pregnancy and for postpartum as well, is this really pretty like pale pink ruffled dress. It's cotton lined. The quality is incredible. So I would definitely keep an eye out for the Amy Jane London pieces come spring and summer because they do really pretty collections. I have not been disappointed with any purchases from Amy Jane London. This is another Amy Jane London dress that I purchased last year for our family beach photo shoot, and I still love and wear it. It's in the prettiest pale blue. This dress is definitely giving more shabby chic vibes. So if you're looking for that girly aesthetic to add to your wardrobe, but at a good price point, Amy Jane London dresses are the way to go. And I believe that you can actually get them through Nuuly now. So if you wanted to rent some of the pieces and try them out first and then buy them at a discount, you could definitely do that. But I have so far just purchased through their store as of yet and love what I've purchased from them. Sometimes the hidden gems are hidden on big sites. You just have to know how to filter and how to search for the right brands. One big website that I love to search for feminine style brands is on Revolve. One brand that has really stood out to me that I ended up finding on Revolve is called For Love and Lemons. And For Love and Lemons is, I think, definitely known for like their lingerie and all of that. It's very, very beautiful, but also their knitwear is amazing. They do the prettiest feminine little delicate details with their sweaters, and they do really good sales end of the year each year. So I love For Love and Lemons just for their girly knitwear. I have two beautiful cardigans that I purchased from them from their warehouse sale a couple years ago, and I love them both. One really pretty coat that is from For Love and Lemons, and just as an example that their pieces are just so pretty and feminine and so unique. This is actually one that I'm renting from Nuuly, but it is from the brand For Love and Lemons. It's this really pretty blue faux fur trim coat. Coats are my favorite thing this time of year. You can just make your whole outfit revolve around your coat. And this one is such a fun statement coat. I love, love, love this piece. I love this blue color too. It's very romantic and soothing in a way. It's just so pretty. There's very much a girly, nostalgic side to their pieces, but also they have beautiful dresses that they come out with in the spring and summer. So they're just a nice brand to keep an eye out for on Revolve. One brand that I actually do not have an example for you because I have not purchased from this brand yet that's on Revolve, but it keeps on standing out to me, and that brand is Tula Rose. Tula Rosa is the brand, and I'll show you a couple pieces that have caught my attention. I just feel like their pieces are so feminine, really great pieces to include in a wardrobe. And I personally cannot speak for them because I have not purchased from them yet, but it is a brand that I became aware of and I'm showing interest in as I'm on Revolve sometimes looking for pieces to add to my wardrobe. And what I like about Revolve is when you pull up a certain piece, it'll show you other similar options and at different price points. So I do like that about Revolve and shopping there. I feel like I found some really pretty pieces. It's actually how I discovered the footwear brand Dulce Vita, which is a really good footwear brand that I actually discover a lot more in my local TJ Maxx, which is amazing actually. So I feel like I've discovered some really pretty feminine brands through Revolve. Another major retailer would have to be Nordstrom. I find amazing feminine finds from Nordstrom. Two brands that stand out to me the most and that I have the most examples of in my wardrobe would have to be the brand Waif and Reformation. I recently purchased this dress from Nordstrom and it's from the brand Waif. I'm in love with this dress. It is so beautiful. The neckline is like that scoop neckline. It's in like a darker floral print, so it's something that I can wear in the fall. And it really looks beautiful, styled with an oversized cardigan like this Free People cardigan that I mentioned earlier. I love the little bow detail. It has like a ribbon going through the neckline. It has this eyelet trim neckline and it's fully lined in such a beautiful, feminine, vintage-inspired silhouette. If you are familiar with the brand Doen, just very expensive looking, and the detail in the dress is just so beautiful. It has this little tie that you can cinch in the waist. I've just seen some really beautiful feminine pieces coming from Waif lately, and I'm really excited to see what they're going to bring out for spring and summer because I really love their price points and the quality has always been really good with everything that I have purchased from that brand. Really love this recent purchase. And I actually have a few pieces from Reformation that I have purchased off of Nordstrom, but this is one that I really love that I end up pulling out each year, and I've had it for a while. It's kind of like that peasant blouse type of look. Just so wearable with the smocked detailing. Waif and Reformation are the two that I really love searching for on Nordstrom. And then a major tip for the retailer Anthropologie. I love going into Anthropologie stores. I will sometimes do little vlogs there. We have a really beautiful Anthropologie store. It's massive down the road from us. It's a little bit of a drive, but sometimes I will go there just to be inspired. But one brand that I always search for when I am going through an Anthropologie store, whether it's online or in store, is the brand Maeve. I just think their pieces are, first of all, really good quality. Usually I'm not disappointed with their pieces, but also just the style of them is so unique and fun, and it has a feminine twist usually. One piece from Maeve that I am absolutely loving right now is this stunning statement coat. This actually was a coat that I decided to try out because I have been trying to find an affordable alternative to the Charlotte Simone coat. It's so beautiful, very luxurious looking. It's just something I've always loved how it looks. I have it pinned so many times on my Pinterest page, but it's just so pricey, and so I'd love to find something that's a little bit more affordable. And so this is one that I wanted to try out, and it's from the brand Maeve. I'm actually currently renting this through Nuuly, so I'm giving it a try, but I just really love what this does for my outfit. These are just the types of pieces that I love that the brand Maeve comes out with. Like, they're just so different, a little bit designer inspired. The tie around the waist is actually cinched to the coat so the tie doesn't move on you. I love how this looks layered on top of dresses. I love the fancy vibes of this coat. I just think it does so much for my outfits, especially right now. I really love just looking around and getting inspired by the brand Maeve at Anthropologie. Okay, let's talk about the dream pieces. These are going to be the investments, special occasions, aspirational dressing, like just things that inspire you. The more investment pieces, the brands that are basically the whole feminine romantic style. And I just have a couple to share with you today. The first one that comes to mind that I'm sure is no surprise to you if you've been here on my channel before, Love Shack Fancy. I love everything that Love Shack Fancy does. The biggest thing that I pull away from Love Shack Fancy is inspiration. I will literally just go to their store to be inspired. I've been to a few Love Shack Fancy locations and I really enjoy honestly just walking through them. You get so much inspiration. I will try on their clothes, get an idea for sizing. Love Shack Fancy is a brand that I have always been inspired by. I have been following Love Shack Fancy from the beginning. I was following it before it was popular. I fell in love with the brand because I felt like it just really represented that vintage romantic aesthetic that I love in my personal style. They have such great ideas. They take the trends in such a fun way, but in a wearable way for the feminine style, and everything is just beautiful. I walked into a Love Shack Fancy store and saw this dress. It was way outside my price point, but I waited for it to come around secondhand on the RealReal and I was able to get it. So that was a dream find for me, and that's definitely like the dress that I can put on and I just feel so beautiful, and I use that for very special occasions like maternity shoots. I will use that for date nights sometimes. I love this dress for Valentine's Day actually. It's such a beautiful Valentine's Day dress, and I will like dress it up with boots and a fancy coat, and I love it. But Love Shack Fancy isn't just about clothes, it really is about a lifestyle. So they do some really great brand collaborations, and that is one thing that I think people really love about the brand is they do some really fun collaborations. And one collaboration that I really loved and that I did participate in and purchase from is when they did the Hunter collaboration. They did the rain boots, and I had actually been looking for a girly pair of rain boots, and I almost bought a pair from Hunter that were like a really pretty pink, but then Love Shack Fancy did a collaboration with them, and so I have been loving these. I've had these for a little bit now, but they're just so pretty. They do the best collaborations. These are a little bit dirty because I have been wearing them recently. We've had some rain, and I even use them for the snow as well, but I love these boots, and only Love Shack Fancy can get them to look so cute. Like they're just in the prettiest pale pink. Love Shack Fancy is the feminine romantic style, and it's the place to go for inspiration. I love their runways. I always pull my trends and everything from that I want to include into my wardrobe. If I'm going to include them, they're going to come from Love Shack Fancy and be inspired by them. So definitely keep an eye out for that brand. And then if you were looking for a brand that is a little bit more vintage inspired, has beautiful feminine silhouettes, and it's also another great store to get inspiration, I would definitely recommend looking into Doen. This is one piece from Doen that I feel like I am starting to see everywhere in more affordable brands and everything. Like I just feel like everyone is trying to make their version of this piece. I love the ruffle detailing, and it's like kind of like a lightweight sheer cotton, so it's beautiful in the summer. I love styling this with a bralette underneath it and then wearing it with like a flowy skirt or wide leg trousers. You can even style this on top of a strapless dress. Like I've worn it so many different ways. It definitely gives vintage inspired, but it has that modern twist to it that I love with my pieces. I definitely would love someday to have a Doen dress in my wardrobe, but I haven't found the perfect one that I want to splurge on yet. I also love to search for Doen secondhand as well, but it's a slow process. It's not like I'm rushing out to add all these pieces to my wardrobe. It's just something that you can take your time with. You don't have to rush into it, and I'm just waiting for that perfect piece to come along to continue adding to my little Doen pieces. But this is the one that I have for now, and I love it. And for feminine and cute handbags, Kate Spade still remains to be my favorite. I have two that I use constantly and that I love. One is this really pretty soft pink quilted handbag. It just is in the prettiest shade of pink. I actually came across this when I was in an outlet mall. We were shopping for Christmas things and I came across it, and it was just the perfect find. I've used it ever since. It's always included in my outfits, and I just loved the quilted texture of it. I feel like it was giving a little bit of Chanel vibes, and I just thought it was a girly version of it, and I loved it. And then I also have this really pretty brown Kate Spade bag that I think is so feminine and classic, and I've started pulling this out a lot more, especially this winter. It's just the perfect little size, and I love it. It goes with all of my outfits. It's just such a classic little handbag, and I feel like you just can't go wrong with a Kate Spade handbag. I personally like to keep an eye out for their pink collections. They get the girly aesthetic really well. So next up, I want to talk about smart shopping and like secondhand shopping, because those designer prices are high and they are absolutely outside my price range. I do find ways to add those pieces, those dream pieces to my wardrobe, and I'm going to share with you how I do that. One of my favorite places to shop secondhand and designer and premium pieces secondhand is ThredUp. Now, I don't just shop and scroll on ThredUp. I actually go up to their search bar and click on there. There's a little camera, and you can actually attach your Pinterest board and search pieces based off of your Pinterest board. So that is something that I have done. So I love using ThredUp. I love those features. My favorite brands to shop on ThredUp would have to be Rachel Parcell, Lauren Conrad, and Alice and Olivia. I have found the most beautiful pieces by searching for those brands. I also have to mention that I have found a lot of my pieces through The RealReal. They will sometimes very heavily discount their pieces. I've gotten most of my LoveShack fancy pieces from The RealReal secondhand, and I've also discovered some amazing designer brands as well, but also Poshmark. I love the offer feature on Poshmark where you can offer for the right price with pieces. I've gotten some great deals that way, especially the Lauren Conrad runway pieces that I feel like are so iconic and beautiful and such classic feminine pieces to have in your wardrobe. Those I always end up finding on Poshmark. And then I lastly wanted to mention Nuuly. I have loved Nuuly for years. It's basically like a clothing rental service. I was there at the beginning when they first came out, and I've been a fan ever since. I don't use it monthly. You can pause it whenever you want, but you basically get to rent like 6 clothes for, I think it's like $98 a month, but it's from like all of our favorite brands like Anthropologie, Free People, like all those new arrivals. You can discover some amazing feminine brands, and some of my best pieces, best investment pieces have come from wearing and testing pieces on Nuuly, and then I just end up purchasing them at a really great discount. And I have found some great pieces. Some of them I've shared with you in this video today that I'm actually renting from Nuuly, like, where is it? The For Love and Lemons blue faux fur coats. That is one that I'm renting from Nuuly right now. I have personally loved Nuuly more so for getting outside of my comfort zone and trying new styles. I used to do Nuuly all the time. Now I do it more so for like every couple months. Right now I'm doing it more so for the pregnancy. It's really great for that. I found some really great pieces to rent. Allow me to have a little bit of freedom with style but still work really well with the pregnancy. So it's great for that. I've also used it for more like special occasion, even for the holidays you can use it if you have like a birthday coming up, but also just testing the boundaries of your style, like getting yourself out of your comfort zone. Even if you're just wanting to test something that's come out new at Anthropologie and you can't make it to a store, but you really want to try it, it's a great way to do it. I've loved it for those reasons. I also really appreciate how people review on Nuuly because they do such a good job of telling you why something doesn't fit right. Like, just the reviews on Nuuly are very helpful. People are very honest and open about the pieces, and it really helps you out, like figuring out which ones are going to work for you. So I do find that also really helpful with Nuuly. People are just very helpful with reviews. One of my favorite jeans is from Nuuly, and it's because of Nuuly that I discovered this brand. It's the brand DL1961, but these are those like striped wide leg pants. I can't wear them right now because I'm pregnant. I'm very excited to wear these again come springtime and summer because they just made me feel so lovely, and jeans are just so tricky for me. So with Nuuly, it's really nice because I've tested out so many jeans and found what I loved. And I found that I like flare jeans and wide leg jeans. Like, it's just what I'll always wear. So it just gives you a chance to try out a ton of different brands. So this is a brand that I discovered because of Nuuly, and I ended up purchasing these. Yeah, I really love Nuuly. They have introduced me to some great feminine brands and just staples that I have kept in my wardrobe. Would highly recommend looking into that if that sounds like something that would fit your lifestyle. That is everything I wanted to share with you today. I hope this guide helps you as you navigate your own personal style journey this coming year, and this can help you just get a little idea of where to look for some great brands that I think have just a beautiful feminine romantic aesthetic. And if you're looking to add that style to your wardrobe, it's a great place to start. I would love for you to add your brands to the list. I'm sure I could do another video and share more brands that I'm like maybe inspired by or currently looking at, but I just want to share the ones that I personally have shopped at and have actual examples of in my wardrobe, just so that you know where I'm coming from. But I would love to know the places that you shop. Leave them in the comments below, and I will see you all very soon in my next video. Bye.